Hey everybody, you're watching The Crown Peach Show. I'm your host, Chris. Today we have a very special guest, comedian, actor, producer, impersonationist, I hope I said that right, Sebastian Cetina.
That's how we do. Return to the noise is how we do. How we do. You know it's how we do.
Hi Sebastian.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
We only rescheduled like how many times?
4 times, 5 times.
Who's counting? Who's counting, right?
Something came up first. Your daughter's car went out.
Yes.
Something. Then I just couldn't make it that early. I won't, and so
Yeah, something came up. But whatever, we're here now.
We're here.
Exactly. We're here right now. So if you weren't here, where would you be? What would you be doing right now?
Right now? It's a Monday. So we're taping this. It's on Monday. So I'd be home. Just taking it easy right now at this time. Yeah.
With your favorite little fur babies?
I'm a little chihuahua. Yeah, my little baby. I mean, she means so much to me. She's so little. She's 16 and a half now.
Oh my gosh.
And she's been through a lot the last year. And now she has her cataracts finally kicked in where she can't see. So when I'm there, I'm like there for her, like 100%. I have to be there, and I'm like, I'm her eyes, I'm everything.
Wow.
But she's such an inspiration because she don't give a shit. She don't care. She can't see. She still moves.
Yeah, she'll still
keep
going.
moving. Well, I have the whole living room all guarded, padded or something.
Yeah.
Just so because she's just bumping into shit and she don't care.
That's love.
Yeah, and she don't care. Like like us when we don't see in the dark. We don't want to move.
No, we don't.
But that's her life. Now, I mean, I'm sure she can see like light. She does see light. She can't because I accidentally like hit her in her eye earlier in the year. And so then
Wait, are you the reason she's blind?
No, just one eye. But the other eye is okay.
Horrible.
Anyways, no, I was like depressed for 2 weeks because, I had to wait for her to get better. She already had the cataract, and then she got better. And then, but from that, her eye got real sensitive to the sun.
Oh, okay.
So for some reason.
What's her name?
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
But here's the thing. I didn't name her. So it's not like I went and called her Tinkerbell. She was my niece's dog. And she was moving around a lot. And I said, look, me and her bonded right away, me and Tinky. So I go, give me Tinkerbell. I'm going to hold on to her.
I take care of her.
I'll take care of her. And that's it. She never left.
Wow.
And then my other dog, Sugar, same thing. She was my other niece's dog. And then I said, indeed, she was outside all the time. She didn't have water. My sister's very irresponsible. Like, we're opposites.
Yeah.
She's so responsible. I'm very responsible. So we're like the balance,
Yeah, yin and yang. Every family needs one of each.
Freaking yang, my sister is. So, but anyways, I took Sugar, and she's...
You almost said kidnapped. I heard you. You almost said I kidnapped Sugar.
I did.
I swear you said
I saved her.
I saved her.
saved her. I remind her every so often, look how good you have it here.
Yeah.
Look how good you have it. And she's such a great dog, too. I mean, she's so, like, full of life, so happy.
Yeah.
You wake up and she's just smiling at you, But she's like a Leo or something because, like, she's so nice. But, man, when someone comes to the house and she don't know, she just gets, like...
And they get along, Tinkerbell and Sugar?
Yeah, they're fine. Yeah.
How old is Sugar?
Sugar's like about 11 or 12 or something.
Oh, okay.
Probably 11-ish and stuff. But yeah, and then but Tinkerbell's doing good. I got her on these good supplements and that I'm very into biohacking and stuff.
Okay.
To, get like always trying to feel better and stuff.
Yeah.
So
is that how you treat your body as well too?
Absolutely.
Are you super organic? Is that what it is? Or?
Yeah, I do my best to buy as much organic stuff. I do intermittent fasting. And I mean, I still eat. I'm Mexican. So
I swear by the intermittent fasting.
Yeah, me too.
What
do you do? 16-8 or 14?
Well, I don't know. Yeah. I just don't eat before noon. And then I stop eating like by 6:30, 7 o'clock.
That's good. So you do about
but I learned the hard way because I like food, Mexicanos, you know what I mean? I love food. But I did the intermittent fasting where I didn't eat before 12, and then I went back to eating breakfast, and you could tell the difference. Like
I don't like the way I feel. For years I didn't eat breakfast because look, here's what happened. When I was 24, something happened with my inner ear that up.
Your inner ear.
Yeah, and it me up. And I really don't like to actually talk about it, but I'm talking about it real quick as possible and just get to it. And so it messed me up. Like, I was bedridden. Like, it just threw me off.
Was it an ear infection?
Yeah, but I don't know exactly what 100%.
It sounds like your equilibrium was off,
it was
right?
definitely off. Mm-hmm. But then once I got better from that, I just never was the same for a while. Like, I didn't have my energy for years. Like, I was just struggling. I was confident before I got sick. And then I was
Do you feel like that getting sick kind of took you down into like some depression because you were not yourself?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't know if my life was over at that time. I didn't know what I was dealing with. But then I found out that alcohol also made it worse. Okay. So I stopped drinking.
Yeah. It just took a long time to leave your system. Like it just
whatever, whatever I was dealing with, you know, because what I thought I had years later, I went to go see a doctor and he goes, you don't have the inner ear thing. Mm-hmm. So actually, I don't even know what it became. You know, I don't know what it is, but it's something, I don't know if it's an autoimmune thing.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad was in Vietnam, so I don't know what's connected, like the Agent Orange stuff that's out there. I don't know.
Yeah. And you still don't know to this day.
I still don't know exactly.
Which can be worrisome because you just don't know what it was and if it's going to happen again.
Yeah, exactly.
Which prompts you to take care of yourself.
Taking more care of myself. So that's why I'm always like learning about new supplements out there. I listen to this dude, Dave Asprey, who he created Bulletproof Coffee.
Oh, okay.
So he does a lot of the keto stuff. He was on top of all that first. So it was him. And then he went into now he has the Human Upgrade is his podcast. So from him, I started learning a lot, doing a lot of things along the way, because he's had over 1,000 podcasts of different health experts. Mm-hmm. So from him, I started doing red light. I got my red light therapy that I do every day.
Interesting. Where do you do it on your body? Just your face?
Most
your
of
whole
my
body?
face. I have one that's like this big, but I'm so on the go now that I just have it in my room and it just goes over my face. So from there, it's kind of helps, you know. With
Can I tell you a secret? When I first met you, it was at Bruce's.
Probably, yeah.
It was at Bruce's, yeah. And I spotted you from across the room because I was like, this bitch is glowing. Like your face and your energy, you know, the positivity, just glowing. Yeah. So now you just told us your secret. Thank you.
That's not
the red light. No, I think it comes from the inside.
But yeah, thank you though. And I think I am very positive. I've read a lot of positive.
Why do you think you're so positive now? Or do you think you've always been positive?
I've always strived for it. Mm-hmm. And it's just like within me. I do my best to be positive and outgoing and fun. Just have that. That's just me. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like I have, whatever you just said, I do kind of feel that inside. It does come from inside because I do feel like I don't know. I'm just happy. I do my best every single day. I wake up and do whatever I can to be happy because I did in my teens and in my early 20s deal with some form of depression at times, and even and it was weird. It was like it would hit like from summer to like fall. Yeah, there's that's known too. I forgot what it's called. It's like it has a name. Blues or something.
It has a name for sure.
And so that would happen, and then other times too here and there. But I've always fought through it, and I don't ever want to be on like medication. But for me, it's about positive mental attitude. That's those books that they teach you. You have a positive mental attitude. Something happens, fucking find a way through it. Get through it. No matter what. We all deal with shit. Nobody's perfect in this life.
That part.
People look at you and they see a pretty face. I don't know you that well, but I know we've all been through something.
Yes.
We all have shit we've been through. Whether it's family, whether it's growing up, whether it's relationships, whether it's... we all have something. We all have our past. And so... we all have that. So it's about finding happiness within yourself. I
think it's important to share with people too that we've all been through stuff, but we still have days where we struggle too.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. One of the DMs that I got not too long ago was, you're so lucky your life seems perfect. And I'm like, girl, and I was like, let me tell you something. My life is far from perfect. Please don't believe fake book. Okay, because we only show and share what we want to. But everything we think, we believe, and we believe we become. Do you know what I mean? So if we're waking up with a negative attitude, then we're going to have a negative day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I could tell that your spark came from within.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it's like I saw a reflection of myself too, because it's like, oh, he's been through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he chooses to shine. He chooses to smile.
Yeah.
He chooses to be positive and get on that stage and bring positivity to other people.
And that's the thing, is like I accepted that I've been given this gift of laughter to make people laugh. And I hold it very high. Mm-hmm. We are doctors too, you know, in our own way. We help heal. And I think, and I find that very responsible for a lot of people's happinesses. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot to do with it. Yeah. You know, going to the doctor is one thing, but a lot of people go to therapy, and that's good too. Mm-hmm. But laughter is number one, will help you through life.
It's the best medicine.
Yeah, because I love to laugh. I'm a big fan of comedy. Mm-hmm. When I, like 12, 13, when I seen Eddie Murphy's Delirious.
Oh, yeah.
That changed my life.
Was that your first?
That was my first real one.
Me too. And I wasn't supposed to watch it, but I watched it.
Oh, no. My mom came from the video store.
Really?
And she goes, here, mijo.
My mom used to call your mom.
Yeah. And I put it on, and I never laughed so hard in my life.
Yeah.
And to this day, I probably haven't laughed that hard. And I've watched that so many times. Mm-hmm.
It's the best.
Me and my buddy Paul, my neighbor, we would watch those. We would watch them. So the ones in the 80s, I would watch. We're gonna lose some of the young kids right now, but I don't care.
That's okay.
With Sam Kidd, you know, it was Eddie Murphy number one. To this day, Eddie Murphy's my number one favorite comedian. Yeah. You know, from when he was a comedian. Mm-hmm. Once he gave it up. He's changed now. His energy is totally different. He does not have that same. He's
not the same person.
He's not the same person. Mm-hmm. He's better off not doing comedy again, because he's never going to go back and relive what he just did. Because his newer stuff that comes out, it's not the same. But going back to then, it's the funniest thing ever. And those two specials he did were amazing. You know, Raw and Delirious.
Yes.
When I first seen Raw, it was cool, but then I didn't understand all the relationship stuff. Mm-hmm. When I watched it again later on, I connected again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Delirious right off the bat was just so stupid funny that, I mean, it was just, I didn't know I was going to be a comedian then. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like I watched it. I just admired the comedians. Mm-hmm. So it was him. It was all the HBO guys. Sam Kinison, Andrew Dice Clay, I love too. And then later on, I got into Robin Williams. I mean, just his style, I kind of somehow later in my act. Later, as I got comfortable on stage, I liked the improv part of it. Yeah. So that's when I started implementing into my act.
Take me back to when you first stepped on a stage to do comedy.
Yeah. You know, I started acting first. And then here's the story. One of my friends from high school, his cousin came down, Luke Torres. And when he came down, he started making waves at the Comedy Store. Him and Carlos Mencia were the guys. And they were the two Latin guys. But Luke was one guy away from being on In Living Color. It was the same time with Jamie Foxx. He went from that one moment to being like a worldwide and probably a superstar eventually, to nobody knows what I'm talking about. You know, now he's in Texas, and he's in a band, and he does the comedy too. But I still hold him high, because he's the guy that I seen, and he inspired me to want to be a comedian.
Oh, wow.
I went to the Laugh Factory because of his cousin Mike. Mike's like, we're going to the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. Want to go? Yeah, I want to go. Let's go. There's one thing to watching comedy on TV or on phone or whatever, right? Computer. Than to being in person. Oh, yeah. When you're in person, it's a totally different thing.
Huge.
So when I went there and I seen it in person, I was like, oh my God. That was like another moment, like the Eddie Murphy moment. That was so much fun. Yeah. I had so much fun. The guys were so funny. It was a Latino night on Monday. And I was just like, wow, that's pretty cool. And still, once again, it wasn't like that told me to do it. I was still kind of doing the thing. I kept hearing the things that he's doing. So as I got more comfortable as an actor, as the comedy started coming out of me as an actor in my classes and stuff, something hit me that said, I got to do this. Yeah. And I see here, people see me as this outgoing like comedian and stuff. That wasn't me growing up. I was very shy. I was super shy. Like, having to talk in front of people, approaching women, girls at the time.
Yeah.
That was one of my frustrations when I was young.
You were shy?
Being very shy.
Throughout your whole childhood, like into like your teenage years?
Yeah, absolutely. Teenagers was more shy with the women, you know, like just when I was friends, once I knew them, I was cool.
Yeah.
But just like, let's say I was seeing someone I was attracted to and I'd start shaking or something. So, but then once I, you know, got into this, it started,
Do you think the acting brought you out of your
comedy
shell?
did.
Comedy did.
Comedy did, yeah. Comedy definitely did. But the acting, it was like a little chip, you know?
Yeah.
Little chip, and then the comedy.
There you are,
Sculpted
molded.
me to let me be just me. Like, it was whatever I've become as a comedian or entertainer, I think it was way deep down there. And I when I was younger, like 10, 11, I seen myself on TV. Like I would watch Who's the Boss, and I'd be like, oh, I could be Alyssa Milano's boyfriend. You know, I seriously,
I could do that.
Do that. I you know.
Did you act as a child?
No,
No?
Not at all. I was too scared. So, but I seen myself.
Yeah.
I could see myself doing that, and I never did anything like that. I'm like, seen it. And so then later, it was just inside. I was too scared of it. I was like, no, go away.
It was that little voice.
I'm scared of this. Yeah, but there was
I can't do it.
Little intuition that always kind of poked at me. Like there was always something that kept kind of pushing me. I'd be scared until I finally I met this photographer that said,
excuse me.
This photographer who showed me the way. He showed me the way into acting world.
She is 21. She don't know how to do anything yet. There's some abuelitas out there that have underwear older than you. How old is she? 27? She's also a liar. Wow, and you're with this old cholo? Give it up for this veterano right here. Now sit down, pendeja. You look fine. The whole family's just straight. They had hopes and dreams for you to get a white guy. And live up in the beach. Instead you were this dude with a cockpit hat. Look at this, she got her little leopard jacket. Look at that. Oh yeah, showing her chichis and all. Everyone's gonna see them.
That's where I feel it down deep. You know what I mean? It's real deep. And I only want to share with y'all like a bird, I'm a bear for y'all.
So you mentioned acting, but I also looked you up. I stalked you a little bit.
You have to.
You have to. Producing. Tell me about that. How did you get into that? And you want to do more of that?
I mean, okay, producing comedy shows, that's how you make money in LA.
Okay.
If you wait to do $30, $50, $75 spots, you know, 100 if you're lucky in town, you're not going to survive. So the last job I had was working in a computer company, you know, selling computer shit, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was so like, oh, I need to get out of here. How am I going to get out of here? I started producing comedy shows little by little, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I've produced a couple of, TV shows that I never got to the right people, but I've taken it that far.
Yeah.
You know, where
You've dabbled in it.
I dabbled in it, and it's just, this business is difficult. You know, but you keep going. You know, if your TV show don't get on, you keep going. Maybe one day it will somewhere.
Yeah.
But people don't see all the stuff that happens behind the scenes. Producing a show is where you're gonna learn a lot about comedy and just being in the comedy world. I mean, first you have to book the comedians, then you have to get people at the show. So that's promotions. And honestly, if there's one thing that's the most annoying thing about what we do, the best part is being on stage.
Of course.
We love to be on that stage.
Yeah.
Okay? If we could just walk in everywhere and there's people there, great. Lovely. It's not a perfect world. We have to promote ourselves.
Yeah.
So back in the day, we would walk around with tickets, you know, and give them out everywhere. Here, come to the Laugh Factory.
Yeah. Free
come
show.
to Black
free
Angus.
show. Yeah.
Come to wherever. Acapulco. I used to do Acapulco shows. I'd walk in Acapulco and people be eating. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, like,
here's a ticket.
I got a ticket. You guys want to? You guys like comedy?
Yeah.
Well, here's some comedy shows.
Yeah.
You know? Come to my comedy show we have next Sunday. So that's how we used to do a lot of legwork. Now with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, it's easier to put it out there. But there's still a lot of work. It's not just putting it out there. You have to message people all day long.
Remind them of the show.
Yes,
Post it over
first
and over
you got to
again.
let them know about it. Then you have, on the day of, you have to kind of confirm them. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah,
but,
and doesn't each comedian have to bring their own certain amount of guests? Like they have to bring 10 guests?
Here's the thing. Comedians want to say, look, I don't do bringer shows. And okay.
Bringer shows.
And that's, when comedians first start, there's this thing called bringer shows. Okay, they want you to bring 5 to 10 people that pay or whatever.
Yeah,
that's what's called a bringer show. Okay, but in reality, without saying that, we are all bringers to every show that we do. I mean, from every level. George Lopez, Kevin Hart, they're bringers. If they don't bring people to come see them, no matter how big the venue is or small, they're not getting paid.
Yeah,
you know, so we all are. But a bringer show is different. It's for young comics, and they got to bring people, you know?
Yeah, they got to do their time.
So at my shows, I do a lot of shows. I do ask them, hey, invite some people.
Yeah.
But I don't give them a number they have to bring. Some guys bring more, and I'll book those a little bit more. If there's guys that are lazy out there that don't like to do that.
Yeah.
And I know who they are because I booked them. And, you know, I'm like, all right, I know the guys. And those ones get mad. And those are the ones that talk shit, the ones that I don't book that often. Because if you don't book them, they get bitter.
They get butthurt.
I'm like, look, first of all, my number one thing is you got to be funny. Okay? My people got to like you. My crowd's got to ask about you. I know who people like.
Yeah.
Those ones are going to bring back. And then, hey, at the end of the day, put it out there, invite some people. And let's do this. I'm going to bring the majority of people at any of my shows anyways.
Yeah.
But if you bring 4 people, that helps.
It's something.
You bring 6 people, that's even better.
And if you can't bring at least 4,
I know.
then
who the hell
something
are
might,
you?
something might be off.
I mean, some guys are out of town. I get it.
That's
you know,
different.
And they just got here, whatever. Okay. I mean, I work with every situation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we all got to promote ourselves. So that's the hardest part of this all.
Yeah.
It's a grind of that. Always letting people know where you're at. Hopefully, people like you and they want to come and they hit you up.
Yeah.
So that happens a lot. People are always asking me where my show's at. So that's good.
Yeah.
You know, so I've been doing this 30 years now, almost, believe it or not. So
wow.
In August, I'll be 30. And
that's exciting. Are you going to have like a anniversary show? 30-year anniversary?
Not necessarily.
You're not going to renew your vows to the mic?
No. Which is, I've been married to comedy for 30 years.
Yeah, got to renew those vows.
Nobody and nothing get in the way of that.
That's beautiful.
Nobody gets in the way of that. But one thing that just hit me right now, you said earlier, you asked me, where do I get this positivity and everything and why I don't let things get to me? I do my best is my faith in God, you know, and I don't put it out there all the time. Here and there, I'll throw it out there. But I'm not a preacher. Yeah. I'm not here to preach. I'm here because of him. He's given me this gift. And every time I get on stage, before I get on stage, I give it to him. Hey, let me be the best I can be. And give me the strength to do what I do. Yeah. You know, it's because it's not easy what we do.
No, I mean, it's not easy.
We got to deal with
and
a
even
lot
what
of
you
bullshit.
did just right now, admitting, you know, on air to everybody that you love God and He's with you and He's the reason you're so positive. Yeah. That's not easy. There's so many people that I know off camera that are really faithful, you know, and do believe in God and do, you know, attend mass and attend church wherever they go, but they don't talk about it openly. And I think that's beautiful. You just shared that. Yeah,
I mean, that's the reason for just...
For everything.
For me being who I am is like number one. It's like, that's it. Like, you know, it's like I can't do what I'm doing without. Yeah. Like nothing. There's nothing.
Nothing is possible without belief and faith. There's a lot of
frustrations in life and in our business. Every comedian that gets a mic wants their own show. They want to star in movies. They want to be the biggest star ever. Yeah. You know, and I'm proud of the guys I've worked with that have blown up, you know?
Mm-hmm. And right now we're going to take a quick break. And during this break, you're going to get to see what Sebastian has coming up. And you're going to get to see him on stage as well. So we'll be right back, guys.
We got a black dude in a biker club? Are you a biker? Shit, give it up for the black guy. Yes, dude. Fuck yeah, he's the one that steals all the parts. And you're with the Mexican? Right here. Oh shit. Yeah, that's your guy, Mia? Oh shit. You've been with them? 10 years. 10 years? Oh, your vagina's up, huh? It is no going back on that. She tried breaking up after 3 years. It's over. Start windy. It doesn't go back. She has to hold on tight when she's in the back of the bike, because if she opens her legs, she's flying out. She'll turn a kite. A kite. She'll be a kite. Oh my God, I've never said that before. I've never met a black biker before, so. Good job, Tyrone. Way to up. That's all you. Wait, Mija, were you with other black guys before him? Liar. Nah, he knows, right? No, that was a quick answer. He's all up. Did you take a picture before you messed it up? When it was all nice and tight? Not gonna be like this no more. The good old days. Now he's like, let me back up. I need a panorama. There's benefits on me. How you could be a coyote. See, the Mexicans got that. White people are like, why is she gonna be a fucking animal? Is she gonna eat our dog or what? You know, the Mexicans that sneak over people. Little legs sticking out.
That's where I feel it down deep. You know what I mean, it's real deep. And I only wanna share with y'all like a bird of a bed for y'all.
And we are back with Sebastian Cetina. And if you guys want to see him live up front and personal, go to his page with all of his dates of shows coming up. He's going to have a show August 16th in Covina with Jeff Garcia. You know, Jeff's a really good friend of mine, right?
I heard that you guys are friends.
Yeah, he's my bestest friend, meaning like I take his calls all hours of the day.
Yeah.
So listen to all his shit.
Yeah, well, you're his only friend. That's why.
Shit.
That's why. No, he knows a lot of people, but they're not his friends.
Yeah, I know. My poor baby.
Look, I've known Jeff, 30 years, and we're like cousins. You know, we're cousins that we work, hang out.
Yeah.
But he can be very annoying. So he pisses off a lot of people.
He does.
Yeah, he pisses off a lot of people, But I still have love for Jeff. And, and he loves making fun of me on stage. He loves making fun of me. As soon as he gets on stage, hey, where the Sebastian? Is he plucking his eyebrows again? Oh. Is he getting a facial? What's he doing? Like, every time.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I laugh. As long as the people laugh, I don't give a what he says.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, he hates when I do that impression. He hates it. I think me and him have made each other better because he started before me. And I used to be like, wow, he's really funny, And so, but I think we have like that friendly rivalry. We're always trying to outdo
like a friendly
each other.
Competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's gotten us better, like just pushing us.
Yeah. You're like cousins. That's how cousins are.
We're like cousins or brothers that are trying to, outdo each other. Like trying to get mommy's attention or daddy's attention. But,
so who's your favorite comedian you've worked with or alongside?
Pablo Francisco. Because I'm such a huge fan of Pablo. Pablo, if you guys don't know him, look him up. Pablo Francisco, Comedy Central. Look him on YouTube. He does so many voices and characters. And but not only that, but he like Gabriel, he does like special effects too with his, they do. But he's just so funny. Like I love Pablo, like working with him, and he's like that off stage too. Like he's just like just out there, just like,
he's an energy on and off stage.
God, he's nonstop laughter off stage
cool.
too. Like he's just going,
Yeah.
And he's fun to be around, and just Pablo is so much fun to work with. There's other guys like that, but him, Jeff Burkhart, no, he left. He's a white dude who does a lot of impressions too. But he's in Texas. No, he does cruise ships too, but he's funny. Like there's just some guys like that would have me dying laughing off stage. And those two are the dick too. Luke Torres too at times,
It's always refreshing to see them and to know them off stage and to see that they're the same character.
Some of the funniest things people never seen. Like, even as funny as we can be on stage, some of the funniest moments I've ever had have been just hanging out with the comedians after the show. Like I said, we had a lot of great times with Gabriel. We would go, after our shows, we would go eat, obviously, with Gabriel,
Obviously.
But late, we'd go hang out in Montebello or Doñez. And we had a lot of great times, a lot of funny moments,
Speaking of crazy times, do you ever have to deal with hecklers when you're on stage? Or people that are just talking
absolutely.
louder? How do you handle that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you come up as a strong individual, you don't have to deal with it that much. But when alcohol's involved, that's when it gets tough at the bars. Because they lose their inhibitions. They think they're someone else. And they're another. I've had shot glasses thrown at me. I had a beer thrown at me.
What?
I had to do this dude choke me on stage.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Where was security at?
It was a long show in Bakersfield.
That's all you had to say.
And no one, it was packed on a Cinco de Mayo, and no one can get there right away.
Yeah.
So like.
Were you messing with him? Were you poking
I wasn't even messing with him. I was messing with the girl that wouldn't shut up next to him. And they weren't even together.
Oh my gosh.
And he just started talking shit, Like she was just loud, so I was making fun of her. And then he just was all up. And she was like a husky girl. And, and my thing is, I don't go making fun of, like, girls' weight issues.
Yeah.
Unless you heckle me, then
it's on and cracking. Yeah.
I don't give a shit. So she was a big girl and she was wearing a red shirt. So I was on her, pow, pow, and everyone was laughing. And then she wouldn't shut up. I'm like, look, that's the last straw, Kool-Aid. I go, I thought you were going to pop out of this wall. And then the dude gets up. That's it. He was so messed up. His eyes were red. That's it. Nobody calls her Kool-Aid.
Oh my God.
Like, of everything I said,
and he wasn't even with her?
They were together. It was just a friend or brother. I don't know. And he came up and he just started walking. I seen it in his eyes. Something's happening.
Yeah.
And then he just threw me this all. And then the guy, and I was like, dude, that could have been a viral moment back then. This was years ago.
Yeah.
I had someone recording it. And then we go back to see it. Everyone wanted to see what happened. And you see him, and then pop, it goes up. So I missed the whole moment. That thing could have made me like hard like 20 years ago.
Sebastian gets choked out.
Dude, people would have seen that on YouTube.
I picture you laughing in that moment. I didn't even picture you.
I kind of was.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit.
This is happening. Look, this is happening.
Yeah, but if we would have recorded, if I would have kept that footage, if we would have had it, if the asshole would have never moved it, that would have changed my life. Because eventually I would have it would have blown up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, whatever.
The Kool-Aid part is funny.
Yeah.
Funny as shit.
Oh, the people were dying. Yeah.
So do your family members come to your shows?
My dad came one show only because we lied to him. It was at Acapulco. And we told him that they were going to go eat. My mom said we going to go eat. And his favorite comedian, he's seen her on Star Search, was Lonnie Love.
Okay.
Who's blown up nowadays, right? And I got him there. He had a great time with it. My mom used to go to a few shows here and there with some friends.
Yeah.
But that's it. No, they're older now. They're almost, my dad's 81, my mom's 78. But my mom did. She would go to a few shows. But she'd get me freaking nervous. One time I had a grand opening at Camacho's where Peppers used to be.
Yeah. And
there was like 400 people there at Camacho's.
Wow.
Packed. I mean, they put my mom right in the front.
Oh my God.
And then I was nervous inside, but I still did good. And then I was like, Mom, anything?
Yeah.
No, you did good. just
Wait, was she straight faced the whole show?
yeah. No.
Oh,
She
I
was
was
laughing.
like-
I didn't look at her. I didn't want to look at her.
Oh, okay, good.
But she goes, no, just don't you come up there. That's it. That was the only thing she told me. I was
Don't you come
okay,
up there.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
And I never shoot gun at that.
Yeah, but your dad has seen you perform
Just
once. And what was
once.
his response to that?
He enjoyed it. He had a great time. He's
liked
a homebody, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know what's cool is your mom's here.
Yeah, she is.
She's here and she's helping out. That is so
Yes,
cool.
She's our resident photographer.
And everything. Yeah, no, that's awesome. No, my parents were talking. They've been together 51 years or something. Mm-hmm. But they're not together.
They're together, but they're not together.
They're married, but they haven't slept in the same bed in like 25 years or so. And they don't. Let's put it this way: I've never seen my parents like a couple.
Embrace, like
Nothing.
hug or kiss,
like
nothing.
together. None of that ever. Maybe once.
Hold hands, anything?
No.
But we know it
Never.
happened at least once or twice. How many
It
siblings
happened.
do you
I
have?
have one sister. So,
Okay, so it
yeah,
happened
and
twice.
I could imagine that was awkward. For my dad. I feel for my dad because he's always like wanted that affection from my mom.
Oh, okay.
But my mom, she's had her own issues growing up, and I'm pretty sure, and I know that messed up her intimacy. She has intimacy issues.
Yeah.
But all I've seen all my life is my mom yell at my dad. To this day, you
Just
know,
yell
like
at him?
every day, you know, because the thing is, we're a cohesive unit. My sister, she's with her kids. You know, I'm at home because they're older and it works.
Yeah.
They watch the dogs when I'm not there, and when I'm there, I watch the dogs and I look over them.
Yeah, you have to.
They take some of the supplements that I take. We're a cohesive unit where we work.
Yeah.
So we have love between us, but between them as a
couple?
It's non-existent. I've never seen that. Mm-hmm. When I'm with someone, when I'm with someone, you know, I'm affectionate, but I'm different than they are. You know, I never wanted to be what they have, you know, and so that's why I've never been married, and I owe it to them because I don't see happiness in their marriage.
Yeah.
So how can I see me being happy and married?
Yeah,
because I've seen that all my life. My dad getting yelled at, and I don't
What does
want
he get
that.
yelled at for, though? Like, right
Anything.
now he's 80, right?
81. Anything. Leaving his cup of coffee out. The air conditioning. We don't have central air, but we have like air on one side of the house.
Yeah.
If the doors ain't closed in the middle of the hallway, I'm getting yelled at or my dad's getting yelled at.
And she's been like this your whole life?
All my life.
Oh my God.
She's very neutral, but she's temperamental. So
Is she
she's
little?
like this, but then something boom sets her off.
Yeah.
Boom, sets her off.
Is she little?
She's like a hall monitor.
Hall monitor?
Swear to God. Like any little thing, boom, you did this. Oh, you didn't do that. Yeah. I'm like very responsible, but like for some reason when I'm in the kitchen, I'll forget to close a drawer. I'll forget to put something away.
Let me tell you something. You forget those little things because she makes you so nervous.
No, I put most of the stuff away. I'll just forget one or two things.
Oh, okay.
And then
because I had someone in my life that just I did everything right, but then I would screw up because I was nervous because they were going to be like da 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 da.
I'm not nervous. She's just like
just
that.
happens.
I just forget things. I'm a little forgetful. I'm putting everything away.
Yeah.
Like even putting the drawer back in or anything. Like, so I feel bad for my dad. I feel so bad for my dad. You know.
Thank God he has you there.
But yeah, and sometimes I have to step in. Hey, stop yelling at him. Like, okay, but don't get me wrong. Sometimes I yell at my dad too for stupid shit he does. But then I'm like, but it's not to my mom's level.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how did you end up with your mom's last name?
Well, they're both Hernandez.
Oh, okay.
But in Mexico, it's Cetina because they flip it here.
Oh.
So when she got here, it's Cetina Hernandez, but it's over there. It's Hernandez Cetina. Same when my dad was Hernandez Gama. So I was mixing and matching names.
Which
I started comedy.
Yeah.
So I'm mixing and matching names, and then Sebastian Cetina.
I like it.
It just flowed.
Yeah, it does flow.
Instantly. Even Sebastian, I changed that thing.
But you were born here, or your first generation here?
Yeah, I was born here. Yeah.
But your parents were born in
They
Mexico,
were born.
yeah.
My
So you're
mom's
first
Yucatan, she's Yucateca, and my dad is from Guadalajara. And then they met here. And then here's the crazy thing. Okay, so Sebastian I chose out of a book too, right?
Okay.
You know, I was born Albert, but I
can't see that.
Right?
Can't see that.
So that's how I mixed the names, Sebastian with Cetina. So I put it together, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I felt like my grandma had passed away, and she's like, go with that.
Showed it.
That's her name anyway, Cetina. Okay, so Sebastian Cetina, my Cetina's my mom, and Sebastian, I just put it together with it. And that's how I came up with it. And it's me now for 30 years, right?
Yeah.
Well, my mom kind of giggled when I told her that. And then she didn't say nothing later. And then my dad didn't like it. And then one day my mom goes, you know why your dad doesn't like the name? Because I was engaged before him. And the guy I was engaged to was named Sebastian.
No way.
Yeah, well, in Mexico, Sebastian.
Sebastian, I know.
So I started laughing.
You're all shit.
I go, Dad, I'm sorry.
I had no idea.
But I'm not changing the name.
Yeah.
That's sticking.
That's crazy.
It's a crazy shit. It's a crazy
I wonder if your grandma really, really liked Sebastian.
I
And
think
she just kind of
did. I think
that name glowed in that book to you.
Yeah.
Wow. I like the name Sebastian. One of my boys was supposed to be named Sebastian, but then there was a death in the family.
Oh.
And a very well-known person passed away in the family. And I was pregnant with him at the time. And so his wife, the widow, asked if I would name my son after her husband who passed away.
What's his name?
Alfredo. I don't say it good. Alfredo. I don't know how to, it's really hard for me to say, but it's Alfredo Joel.
I don't think you were happy doing that either.
I was like, what's his name again?
Maybe I could put it as his third middle name.
I really admired this gentleman. He was the chief of police of Tijuana.
Oh, wow.
And he was brutally murdered and ambushed.
Oh, my God.
So, but before Alfredo Joel, it was supposed to be Sebastian. Yeah.
Do you ever tell him that? Does he know that?
No, he's going to know now. Now you know, mijo. I really like the name Sebastian.
You can still change it. I did it.
Yeah. You could do it. Well, he goes by his middle name, like on his social media. It's Joel. Joel. He likes Joel, the name Joel.
Yeah, that's better.
But we call him AJ.
Yeah. I like AJ.
I like AJ. It fits him. To me, it fits him.
Like a Backstreet Boy.
Yeah, there you go. And he looks really, really white.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. And I remember when he came out, I was like, who the is this kid?
And the dad's Mexican?
Yeah, full-blown Mexican.
That's funny because my daughter, she came out white.
Yeah.
But her mom's light
we're
complected.
tan. Oh, okay.
She's light complected, really light.
Yeah.
She came out and my daughter, it was so funny because she was so white and big. She was 10 too.
Damn.
10 pounds. So she came out, and so it's funny, in the nursery, we knew who the baby are. There was no messing this one up.
Yeah.
Big ass white baby with big white papa head, right? And I'm like, that's one. All the little brown babies surrounding her.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and
that's
she's
the
glowing.
queen.
She's glowing in there, huh?
That's the little queen right there.
Yeah, we used to tell him that the printer was running out of ink. but I remember when he came out, he had red hair and he was really white.
She had blonde hair.
And I looked at my, now ex-husband, unfortunately, and I was like, and he goes, no, that's him. I stayed with him the whole time. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what? He doesn't look like our other boys, But then I met his family from Mexico. We're all like blonde hair, blue-eyed. Mm-hmm. And my son could have walked back, across the border with them and no one would have questioned it. Yeah. He looks just like them, like all, güeritos and stuff. But,
yeah, I know.
So how old is your daughter? I didn't even know you had any kids.
She's 31. She just turned 31.
I have a 31-year-old too.
See?
That's cool.
Damn. I was 19 going on 20. And, and she's always been my everything. So she moved to Texas last year. But for like 9-10 months, she had told me. And the whole time I was like, no, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't go.
But yeah, it hurt. It's still, I'm doing better now. But it took a while to get used to. And I want her happy. And,
it's hard with those older ones because it's like you grow up with them.
God,
so you're more than just.
I mean, she's my only one. So, like, she was always at my hip. Like, growing up, like, she was my little best friend.
Yeah.
Like, we hung out together. I would take her everywhere. And I loved being with her. Mm-hmm. She was fun. She's got her own little funny self to her. So,
yeah.
And,
does she have any kids yet?
No. So, I'm not a grandpa.
Not yet.
But she's with her guy. And, whatever. I'm not in a rush to be a grandpa.
Yeah.
So whatever. If it's in a year or 5, whatever. That's on her.
Exactly. As long as she's happy, that's all that matters, right?
Good.
Yeah. And you could fly to Texas.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I plan on it. And she comes out here too. And we got a big concert we're going to in October, like a punk rock concert all day long.
Oh,
concert,
that's fun.
Because that's our thing. Like, I go to a lot of concerts. I love concerts.
What's your favorite music, like genre?
Heavy metal, thrash metal, rock stuff. But I also listen to punk stuff, like the 90s, 2005. And then, and then 80s stuff, 80s music. We grew up to.
Yeah, for sure.
But me and her, like, we do the punk stuff, the 90s punk, the Offsprings, the Green Days, and they're all there.
Yeah.
They're all at this concert.
Oh, my God, that's awesome.
It's amazing. This concert, when I seen it and I couldn't believe, even like the smaller bands that we like that aren't as popular, they're there.
Oh my
you
gosh.
know, like the Newfound Glories and shit like that.
I can't wait to see those pictures you post of that. When is that again? October?
October 22nd. So,
all right,
yeah, it's
cool.
going to be an all day thing. And so that's our thing. My first concert was 12, Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah,
Oh,
my daughter, she beat me. I took her to No Doubt at 9.
No way.
Yeah, we seen No Doubt about 2-3 times, I think.
So concerts are your guys' thing. That's awesome.
Because it's my thing.
Yeah.
And then she
inherited
became her
it.
thing,
Yeah, she inherited
She
it.
loves going to concerts.
She was grandfathered into that thing.
Oh, yeah. She slid
Now,
right
how
in.
does she feel about you on stage, like your comedy?
You know, okay, the one time I seen her the most proud of me, she don't talk about it much, but the one time she told me she was proud of me was when because I've hosted some big concerts. It was like an 80s, no. Yeah, it was kind of like an 80s concert. It was at the Honda Center in Anaheim.
Okay.
And it was packed out. There was a lot of, groups we grew up to and stuff. And I got to host and I got to be funny in the middle. And then I could see the pride. I could see her being proud. Like that moment, she's like, I don't know, she said something or it was something.
Yeah.
Like she said, I don't remember exactly what she said, but to me, that was like
priceless.
I mean, yeah, it's awesome to be in front of 14,000 people as an entertainer.
Yeah.
See yourself in the huge, screen. That's all cool. But the one person that's my bond, that's my baby, that for her to tell, like that.
It's different. It just hits different.
Yeah, because it was just. That day I'll never forget, just because it was funny because her boyfriend at the time was older, but he was shorter than her. She's tall. She's taller than me now by a little bit, like coming on her. And but they were there, and he, and just So to me, she doesn't say it a lot. She don't say it.
Yeah, they don't, but they are. Do you know what I mean?
But she is, and that day it was cool.
But it's safe to say that's probably like your favoriteest moment on stage then, to date.
Because of her being there, like if I were to say father-daughter moment, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, what about just your moment? Your favorite?
Greek theater.
Greek theater?
I got a host back-to-back one year.
Nice.
It was like, and the thing about the Greek theater is, okay, here's the thing. A lot of people doubted me that I can carry my style doing what I do, where I'm very impromptu with the audience. And here's the thing, I want to put this out there too. Now, people are calling it crowd work. A lot of people you see crowd work.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
I don't consider what I do, I consider what I do partially that, but it's not 100% that. Like, I don't like to use that term. To me, it's not. I create from what's in front of me, but it's not all crowd work.
What would you call
crowd
it?
work is part of what I do.
Yeah.
Interaction is another thing. People don't think, like, 'cause there's an interaction thing within comedy. It's not all crowd work, but people want to think, I do crowd. Shut the you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
But there's a difference. There's a blend, because if you watch Robin Williams, he did not do crowd work. He used the crowd. He created.
Yeah.
But you don't go back and say, oh, he's doing crowd. No. He created. He's improv. He did a lot of improv.
Yeah, improv.
So that's kind of like what I've been doing. But now lately, that's the term that people use. So if I have to go with it and write it out, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But people said I couldn't interact and do what I do in a big venue. And I've done it. And I've proved people wrong. And it's not easy to do it. But in Greek theater, the way it's set up, I was able to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's all like that. It goes like that, Like, you've been to Greek theater?
I've seen it. I don't think I've
You've never been there, but it goes like that. It's in a hill, and the crowd goes all the way like that. Kind of Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, yes, yeah, I've been there.
But it's not as big.
Okay.
It's like a smaller Hollywood Bowl.
Okay.
And it's more intimate. It's very special. because the energy stays there.
Yeah.
So for comedy, when they're laughing, you hear the roar and it stays, even though you're outdoors. Because normally when you're outdoors and it's flat, it's dissipates.
gone. Yeah.
You don't hear it that much. But there, it's like something like where it would
all
stay
that
there.
funny energy.
It was just all there. So
wow.
I would be ripping on the crowd, and it was like that one was like an oldies kind of style with Brent Wood and a bunch of those styles.
Ooh.
So the crowd was like a little bit more mature, and they're there, they're listening, and they have their kids too. So it's a blend.
Yeah.
And I'm ripping on some people there, you know, some of the homies and this and that, and the crowd's going crazy and just coming up with stuff, bah, 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 bah,
Yeah.
bah, bah, you know, and just being there and being a historic place and having the crowd go like just nuts, like, and having that roar of laughter.
Yeah.
It just, there's nothing that beats that to me.
And you did it twice?
And I did it back to back. I mean, I did it another time too, but just being able to do it back to back was amazing.
Wow.
It was just wow moments to me as an artist and a comedian. Even though I was hosting, it wasn't my show, but not many comedians have been able to be there and do comedy at any kind of level. I mean, Sebastian Maniscalco, he's done his own shows there, but that dude's huge now. And here's the funny thing about that dude. We used to do all the same shows. Like he did a lot of shows in Orange County, and we did a few shows together, you know, here and there. We weren't never close or nothing.
Yeah.
But like people used, you know, once in a while when he wasn't known, people would say, you know, Sebastian Maniscalco? I go, yeah, that's the Italian one. I'm the funny one. So, you know, because they think I was going to say Mexican.
Yeah.
I said, I'm the funny one. And that was at the time. Now I'm like, that's the rich one.
You're still the funny one.
I'm the Mexican one.
No, you're still the funny one.
Not anymore. Now he's got it all. So he's made it. He's humongous, you know. So I still got time. I'm cool.
So speaking of time, what's next for you?
Well, I got a big show in Vegas on the 28th. I'm co-hosting with Big Boy from the radio. And I mean, there's great comedians on there, man. My boy Eric Blake's on there. Got Luz Pasos. We're the Latinos on there, me and her.
Yeah.
And then you got Chico Bean, Marlon Wayans, another one, I forgot his name out the back. But man, it's in that Virgin Hotel Casino.
Ooh, okay. And the date of that is Friday what?
Friday, July 28th.
Okay, awesome.
So that should be pretty cool because we've done a lot of big shows with Big Boy, and we did some we've done some good shows with them, and so this is a big one too. And then, you know, I got a big show with our boy Jeff.
Yeah.
And that's going to be at Covina Laugh Factory August 16th. Go on there, go Google Laugh Factory, Covina. Go get your tickets there.
Yeah, it will sell out. It will sell out.
It's gonna be.
There's been times where I almost didn't get into my own best friend's shows. I swear to God.
I'm gonna be there every month. Okay, my own show. It's gonna be Sebastian's Caliente Wednesdays. Ooh. But we gotta start off with the first one, right?
Yeah.
Me and Jeff. So if Jeff was here, he'd be like, "Hey, get your tickets now. They're gonna sell out. Right? Fucking hurry up, Christine. You gotta pay too. So does your mom."
That is exactly what he would say.
Right? No, none of my friends getting free to my shows. Even my mom pays.
That impersonation is creepily like on. It's like dead on for sure.
Yeah, he hates it.
No, but he actually gets mad that I pay for all of his shows. But I say, you know what? I don't just show up. I show up, you know. But there's been times, people, where I've almost, like, I've had to go through the back door at, you know, the Improv in Ontario.
Yeah, the back. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't get in. I didn't get a ticket in time. But
Hey, Ryan, go get her.
Exactly. Little Chris is here. Go open the door. Exactly. Okay, so you have shows coming up.
Yeah.
What else?
What else?
I feel like, because I'm telling you
right now, you're right. I am. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're good at what you do.
You haven't shared anything with me, but I could feel it. So tell me. Share.
Well, COVID happened. And for many years, when I first started, I did a lot of different impressions. And then for some reason, I started hosting a lot of shows and kind of didn't do a lot of material at times. So I kind of lost myself a little bit. But because of COVID, I had time to to capture what I do.
Yeah.
And I started doing characters, impressions, doing like skits. And that opened me back up to something else I enjoy doing and I'm pretty good at. So I said, you know what? Let's do this. Let's start doing it. I started doing them. People really like them.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, I've done impressions. I mix them in. Sometimes, you know, the one people liked was George Lopez, you know. So I would do, and even him, like he's seen them and he likes it.
Now you have to show me. Now you have to show me because you're talking about it.
All right, August 16th, go see Sebastian and Jeff at the Laugh Factory in Covina. I would go, but you know, I'm still looking for my dad.
It's horrible. It's horrible, but so true.
Yeah.
It's funny, but
You know, I would look for my mom, but fuck that puta. She left me at the doorstep of my grandma.
You know? So
that's awesome. That's perfect. So what you're trying to tell me is that moving forward,
moving forward, I'm not even getting to what you're trying to get out. You're still like, get it. You're like
Yep.
juices out. Okay. So because of all that, I created a show, which is like a Latin version of In Living Color.
Oh, I love that.
And it's a long process. I filmed the pilot out of it, but we're still like getting the right people behind it and stuff. And that's the goal. That's
I
the
love
next
that
goal,
idea.
is to put it out there. And I've got the guys that are amazing, that are doing great out there, a part of this.
That's perfect.
And I feel 100% that it'll be successful. It's just, now that we're so close to it, there's a writers and actors strike.
Right? But that's okay.
Maybe that'll help us. I don't know.
It's divine time. And I think that's just, it happened for a reason. But that's
we're in the process of working on that, though.
I love that.
Like, I got the guys that are good, so good, like Concrete and Jay Valentino in there, you know, Susa Poveda. So, like, those guys. And then
no, that's going to be a hit.
Like, I do a little bit of everything, but I do the impressions. So I'm that guy. And then, but cohesive unit, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's what you feel like, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I swear I knew nothing about it, nothing at all. But I just felt like you have this energy that.
I try. Like, look, my thing is you know, I don't like to put. I told a couple people, not a lot of people know, but yeah, that's my baby that I'm.
It's a beautiful idea, and I'm gonna tell you right now, people are gonna come to you and want to be part of it. Because it's a great idea.
I know it is.
I can tell. I could just feel that something estaba brincando inside of you. Do you know what I mean? Like an excitement inside of you.
I try to be mysterious, but you can't. You don't let me do that.
I'm sorry.
You're like,
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Let me know what's in there.
Because it's a great idea, and anything you need from us at Team Peach, we got your back to push that and support that.
We might need
exactly. So whatever you need. Yeah. Before we wrap this up, because I could sit here and talk to you all night and keep pulling more and more out. Can you tell everybody where they can follow you and see you?
Instagram is #1 right now. Funny Seb, funny SEB as in boy. Go on there. I put a lot of my sketches. I do, and people that follow you know, if you see my stories, people love when I go to airports and I'm in public. I roast people. And they don't even know it. It's kind of like a candid camera show.
It's so funny.
When I just roast them, or I'll make fun of a scene out of them or whatever. So follow me. I'm always doing silly shit.
Yeah.
So Funny Seb on TikTok and on Instagram. Facebook, my name, Sebastian Cetina. But Instagram, let's go there and tell all your friends and share.
But definitely hop on the TikTok, because there's a lot of funny stuff on TikTok as well.
I've been negligent on that for years, off and on, because I get frustrated because I'll put something and it doesn't take off like I wish. Yeah. But right now, I'm all about it. I follow me on there. I'm gonna be consistent because I have to be. Yeah. You have to be.
You have to be.
And I got so much stuff that I'm like building up that I'm gonna put out there to get me out there. So yeah, it's gonna take off. I'm manifesting it.
It is.
It's gonna happen.
It is, because I felt it before he even told me about it. So it's gonna take off. It's gonna be a hit. This has been the Crown Peach Show. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Sebastian. This is your first time here, but it's not gonna be your last.
I'm gonna come back.
Okay, good, because I'm gonna have you back. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, send me a DM or an email, but make sure you kiss it. Keep it simple, sexy.
That's how we do. Return to the noise is how we do. How we do. You know it's how we do. Here goes. Kick off your shoes, relax your feet. Keep your iceberg, step tail, bring the heat. Classes in session, everybody take a seat.